Jullay from Leh. Well, after been living in Manali, our first impression of Leh was crazy over excitement. We expected it to be just like a small town that you usually see in the mountains, but Leh gave us a full-fledged modern city vibe. And this was only through the night when we had just reached. This town or city impressed us even more when we witnessed it in daylight. Considering its architectural beauty, its multicultural vibes, its class, and its overall happening vibe.
All right. So we are in Mall Road, except we are in Leh, and everything here is 5x Mall Road ka.
Yeah.
Quite literally. Sabji walas, Titan, Fashion Zone, Samsung, you name it. Everything is here. सब कुछ है यहाँ पे.
There are so many cool cafes and coffee shops out here and bakeries. Just so much good vibes. Just one I can see here. See, Bodhisattva Bakery and Restaurant. There is one on top. Every corner, every place has
There's a
one.
bookshop also. देखते हैं यहाँ पे check out करते हैं ना क्या.
Oh yeah.
ये बहुत सारी बुक्स हैं जो Amazon पे ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल हैं. So let's buy some of them. Blood of yak, sheep or goat intestine, salt and other spices to taste, water for boil. This is a recipe from this book.
What I love about this place is the blend of cultures, the architecture, and everything over here is a class apart, you can say, right?
Yeah. और इतना ज़्यादा डिफरेंट है नॉर्मली जो ऐसा इंडिया में आर्किटेक्चर हम लोग देखते हैं उससे
Yes.
बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंट है ये आर्किटेक्चर.
Yeah.
और बहुत कुछ वजह से कूल लगता है ये.
Yeah.
बहुत.
All Tibetan style inspired buildings, and even this mosque.
The woodwork,
looks,
yeah, the
even
woodwork, yeah,
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
beautiful. The ticket to the museum, Central Asian Museum of Leh, $50 each. The Central Asian Museum of Leh is at the center of the city, a 4-story building displaying the artifacts of Tibet, Ladakh, Baltistan, and Kashmir. It's the perfect place for you if you're keen to know about the history of various parts of Central Asia and also to know about the Leh town and its heritage. So, as I felt like, this place, this city, town, for whatever you may call it, is like a blend of cultures. And after coming to this museum, it proves even more. The name itself is Central Asia Museum of Leh, and it really, tells you a lot about, the Mughal period and, history of the Tibetan culture. And we sort of, miss these kind of places when we visit, new places. But आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखने को मिलती है. You get to learn a lot about all this, and it's really interesting actually. And if you're coming for the first time, this is definitely a must visit. It's just behind the Jamia Masjid mosque, and it's really worth a visit. And to wrap up the evening, we went to a small but very popular cafe in Leh called Devenda. You can try it out as well, although it can get a little crowded sometimes, but overall the view overlooking the street and the mountains around is beautiful to watch. And that's how our first evening in Leh ended.
So here we are at Shanti Stupa. और ये मैंने अपनी जीके की बुक में पढ़ा था बचपन में. And now finally I'm here to see this. And one thing is कि जब आप यहाँ आते हो तो इमीडिएटली आपको रियलाइज़ होती है कि इट इज़ वे बिगर देन वी थिंक, देन इट लुक्स इन द पिक्चर और इन द वीडियो. And these kind of places, this is a pure representation of Tibetan culture, of a lot of tradition, Bon tradition, Hindu tradition, and this is a mixture or an outcrop of all of the effort uh, of Buddha, so to say Gautama Buddha, and it is still carrying the message that he was trying to share with people, with humanity, that to rise up the consciousness. And this stupa represents all of those things, like birth, Buddha fighting the demons, Buddha is born, एंड दिस बर्थ व्हाट ये जो बर्थ वाला जो सेक्शन है यहाँ पे, ये बर्थ नॉर्मल बर्थ नहीं है. इट इज़ काइंड ऑफ अ रीबर्थ व्हेन इट इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट अवेकनिंग. व्हेन बुद्धा woke up, it is symbolically called as a birth or as a new birth. So these kind of places are very significant places, especially in India, where the culture is all about awakening people. So yeah, Shanti Stupa, here we are. Beautiful.
Evenings in Leh are beautiful. Whether you spend it in the main town sitting on some rooftop cafe, but they are even more special if you choose to go for a small drive just a few kilometers away from the town. The drives here are already so magical, but the golden hour makes it even more prettier. And cherry on top, if you randomly come across a place where you can get a vaster view of the surrounding while you watch the sunset and how the golden light touches the peaks. Have a wind path, literally, which we have noticed it happens quite often over here in the open areas, during the evenings, and just enjoy the moment.